The sudden and tragic passing of Paul Walker in 2013 sent shockwaves across the globe, leaving a legion of devoted fans utterly heartbroken. However, for his one and only child, Meadow, the tragedy was more than a headline. It was a seismic event that completely and irrevocably shattered her world. Fast forward to 2026, and Meadow, now 27 years old, finds herself expertly balancing the complexities of married life, a flourishing career, and the immense, unspoken pressure of upholding her celebrated father's legacy. Whether she's gracing glamorous red carpets or dedicating her time to philanthropic endeavors, she has gracefully stepped into the role of the living connection to the beloved Fast and Furious icon. Yet, the question remains, how does she manage the delicate tightrope walk between finding her own personal joy and shouldering the monumental responsibility of keeping Paul's spirit alive? The full story is one you probably haven't heard. Right from her earliest days, Meadow Walker's existence was uniquely molded by the contrasting and powerful influences of her mother and father's separate lives. For the formative years of her childhood, Meadow was immersed in the breathtaking scenery of Hawaii, living with her mother, Rebecca. It was there, encircled by the island's vibrant natural splendor, that she cultivated a spirit of independence and freedom that would become a cornerstone of her character. Raised far from the relentless glare of Hollywood's cameras, Meadow was afforded a remarkably normal and down-to-earth upbringing, one defined by the constant, loving presence of her mother and the quieter, more distant influence of her famous father, whose career demanded he spend long periods away on film sets around the world. Even with thousands of miles often separating them, Paul Walker made a dedicated effort to nurture and maintain an incredibly strong and loving connection with his daughter. He frequently opened up in interviews about the profound ways that becoming a father had mellowed him, fundamentally changing his perspective on life. During a 2009 conversation with Parade magazine, he thoughtfully considered the subtle yet powerful effect Meadow had on his life, fondly recalling a piece of wisdom from his mother-in-law. Little girls soften their daddy's hearts. That tender and straightforward notion perfectly encapsulated the special place Meadow held in his world, serving as his constant reminder of pure innocence, unbridled joy, and the precious, small moments that provide necessary grounding to even the most chaotic lives. A significant turning point came in 2011 when a 12-year-old Meadow decided to leave her Hawaiian home and relocate to Los Angeles, a major life change made to be nearer to her father. This move initiated an entirely new phase in their father-daughter bond, giving Meadow a front-row seat to see the real man behind the action hero persona the public knew and adored. Paul Walker once shared in an interview with People magazine that he saw Meadow as a beautiful and perfect blend of both her parents' personalities and characteristics. He observed that she had inherited her mother's elegance, poise, and a thoughtful, introspective nature that gave her a quiet strength. Yet at the same time, she mirrored his own spirit with a boundless sense of curiosity and an insatiable love for adventure and discovering new things. With immense pride, Paul lovingly characterized Meadow as being a bit more of a free spirit, someone who possessed the rare ability to find and deeply appreciate the simple, often overlooked pleasures in life. This could be anything from marveling at the splendor of the natural world to embracing the thrill of an unplanned road trip, or simply cherishing the tranquil comfort of a moment spent with family. From a remarkably young age, Meadow displayed a wisdom beyond her years, a maturity that seamlessly wove together her father's daring, adventurous side with her mother's calm and centered influence, which created a truly unique and captivating personality that left a lasting impression on everyone she met. In her own right, Meadow Walker has forged a formidable path within the high-stakes fashion industry, cultivating a successful modeling career defined by a sophisticated blend of confidence and distinct individuality. Her professional journey kicked off in earnest back in 2017, when she made a major career move by signing with the highly respected and prestigious agency DNA Models. This pivotal decision immediately catapulted her into the spotlight, making her a person of intense interest to the fashion world's most influential figures. Blessed with an undeniable and captivating look, Meadow's striking features are a stunning combination of her father's famously expressive eyes and the classic, refined elegance inherited from her mother, Rebecca Soteros. This unique look, coupled with an innate poise and grace, made her an absolutely magnetic force, whether she was commanding the runway or starring in high-fashion print campaigns. Right from the outset of her career, Meadow showed an eagerness to dive headfirst into the elite echelons of high fashion, approaching every opportunity with remarkable professionalism and an unwavering personal style. She has graced the catwalks for some of the industry's most revered designers, including iconic fashion houses like Proenza Schuler and Alexander McQueen. In doing so, she earned widespread acclaim for her seemingly effortless elegance and her unique talent for telling a story and conveying emotion with every single step she took. These high-profile runway appearances soon evolved into something more than just a job. They became her personal stage, a platform that allowed her not only to display designer creations, but also to powerfully assert her own developing identity in the notoriously competitive and intensely scrutinized modeling world. Industry insiders, from fellow models to renowned photographers, consistently commend her for her serene confidence and unwavering professionalism on set, highlighting her rare ability to perfectly embody a designer's creative vision without ever losing her own unique essence. Her influence, however, extends far beyond the catwalk. Meadow has also made a very significant and impressive impact in the world of beauty. The year 2023 marked a monumental career achievement for her when at just 25 years old, she was chosen to be the celebrated face of Givenchy Beauty. This prestigious partnership elevated her status immensely, positioning her as more than just a model, but as a prominent ambassador for one of the most legendary and iconic luxury brands in fashion history. To celebrate this incredible moment, Meadow took to Instagram to share her overwhelming excitement, posting a powerful image of her face prominently displayed in the ad campaign. The photo showed her campaign looming large above a department store cosmetics counter, and she captioned it with the heartfelt words, "Wow, another dream come true." This simple but emotional post perfectly captured her profound gratitude and the sheer thrill of reaching a milestone she had worked towards for years, striking a chord with her ever-expanding following of admirers and fashion lovers. Shifting our focus back in time, the devastating and untimely death of Paul Walker in November of 2013 was an event that shook the world. But for Meadow Walker, who was a mere 15 years old at the time, it left an inescapable scar and propelled her onto a difficult new life path, one defined by intense personal grief and unforeseen legal struggles. The details that emerged about the final moments of her father's life were nothing short of nightmarish and utterly devastating. Paul was in the passenger seat of a high-performance Porsche Carrera GT, being driven by his friend and business partner, Roger Rodas, when the vehicle tragically lost control, crashing with such force that both men tragically lost their lives at the scene. In the wake of the devastating loss, Meadow and her family found themselves navigating an unbearable storm of grief, wrestling with the immense emotional devastation that comes with losing a cherished father and public icon so suddenly. But their profound sorrow was compounded by deeply unsettling questions that began to surface regarding the safety, or lack thereof, of the very car that had been involved in the horrific and deadly crash. By September of 2015, Meadow, determined to find answers and demand accountability for her father's tragically premature death, took a momentous and courageous step forward by filing a wrongful death lawsuit directly against Porsche, the manufacturer of the Carrera GT. The legal documents, which were later acquired by People magazine, made the shocking allegation that the high-performance sports car was critically deficient in fundamental safety features that, if present, could have entirely prevented the catastrophic accident. Or, at the very least, the suit argued, these missing components might have provided just enough protection to allow Paul Walker to walk away from the wreckage with his life. This bold legal maneuver powerfully underscored Meadow's unwavering resolve to confront the full, unvarnished circumstances surrounding the tragedy and refused to let any detail go unexamined. It also signaled her deep commitment to forcing a public conversation and intense scrutiny of the potential dangers associated with such powerful vehicles, ensuring no other family would endure a similar fate. At the tender age of just 17, she found herself thrust into a dizzyingly complex and emotionally draining legal battlefield, demonstrating a level of maturity far beyond her years as she skillfully managed the intense pressures of both public scrutiny and private grief. 2 long years later, in the year 2017, the protracted and emotionally taxing legal fight finally concluded when Meadow reached a confidential settlement with the automotive giant Porsche. This agreement brought a much-needed sense of closure to the intense legal battle that had fiercely debated the car's fundamental design and its controversial safety standards. The resolution was a significant milestone, not just from a legal standpoint, but also on a deeply symbolic level, as it served as a powerful acknowledgement from the corporation of the immeasurable loss she and her loved ones had suffered. In that very same year, she also secured a substantial $10.1 million settlement from the estate of Roger Rodas. The funds from the settlement with the driver of the vehicle were carefully placed into a specially created trust designed to provide for Meadow's financial security and well-being for the rest of her life. Her legal representative explained to People magazine at the time that the trust was established as a carefully structured financial foundation to support her long-term future, acting as both a prudent financial plan and a crucial protective shield after she endured such a profound tragedy at a vulnerable age. And while these lawsuits and financial settlements finally brought the legal and monetary repercussions of her father's passing to a close, they were only one piece of a much larger, more painful puzzle. No amount of money or legal victory could ever hope to fully lift the immense and enduring emotional burden that Meadow continued to carry in her heart every single day. Even so, the entire ordeal served as a powerful testament to her incredible resilience and her innate capacity to stand up and advocate for what was right, even in the most daunting and painful of situations. By courageously taking on a corporate giant, she wasn't just pursuing a personal quest for justice on behalf of her beloved father, Paul. She was also instrumental in establishing a critical precedent, sparking a much wider public conversation about the inherent safety risks of high-performance supercars. In an incredibly meaningful move during September of 2015, Meadow Walker initiated a profound new chapter dedicated to preserving the enduring legacy of her late father, Paul Walker. She chose a deeply poignant date for the announcement, what would have been his 42nd birthday, to officially launch the Paul Walker Foundation. This new organization was built upon a mission that perfectly mirrored the core values and deep-seated passions her father had tirelessly championed his entire life, focusing on the twin pillars of human kindness and environmental stewardship. As stated in its official charter, the foundation is fundamentally dedicated to encouraging and celebrating spontaneous acts of pure goodwill and generosity. Its ultimate goal is to empower the next generation of leaders while simultaneously protecting and supporting the very environment that sustains us all. Right from the very beginning, the foundation acted as a powerful channel, transforming Meadow's own intensely personal journey through grief into something profoundly positive. It became the vehicle for her profound desire to see the guiding principles that had so beautifully defined her father's existence continue to thrive and make a difference in the world. The foundation's laser focus on ocean conservation, for instance, is a direct reflection of Paul's own lifelong fascination and unwavering dedication to marine biology and raising environmental consciousness. By perfectly aligning its charitable projects with his personal passions, the Paul Walker Foundation masterfully ensures that his influence and legacy will reverberate far beyond the silver screen and the entertainment world. Instead, his spirit now touches areas of enduring social importance and profound ecological consequence for generations to come. Meadow herself has often spoken about creating the foundation, describing it as a deeply personal act of remembrance and her special way of celebrating the incredible, one-of-a-kind qualities that made her father so beloved. While sharing a cherished old photograph of herself with Paul on Instagram, she penned a heartfelt caption explaining, "Thinking about my dad, I kept coming back to all the things he was so passionate about. The reason I felt compelled to launch this foundation," she continued, "was because I desperately wanted to share a vital piece of who he was with the entire world. It is my most sincere desire to share that incredible part of him with others." Her poignant words perfectly captured the deeply personal motivation driving the organization, a beautiful alchemy that transforms heartbreaking loss into proactive change, profound grief into a clear sense of purpose, and cherished memories into real, tangible good. In the years that have followed, Meadow has strategically used the Paul Walker Foundation as a powerful platform to champion an ever-expanding range of important philanthropic endeavors. From ambitious environmental cleanup initiatives to programs designed to empower disadvantaged youth, every project the organization undertakes is carefully crafted to create a meaningful and lasting impact. A key goal is to instill a deep and lasting sense of social and environmental responsibility in the leaders of tomorrow. Then, in June of 2022, Meadow proudly announced another major initiative spearheaded by the foundation, the creation of the PWF Do Good Scholarship. This special scholarship is designed to identify, recognize, and financially support a truly deserving student who has shown a genuine and passionate commitment to tackling the most critical issues facing their local community or the planet. Through the creation of this scholarship, Meadow is ensuring that her father's inspiring legacy will continue to be a catalyst for concrete, positive action and meaningful change in the world. It actively encourages young visionaries to chase their own passions with the same vigor he did, but in ways that directly benefit the wider world around them. Now, beyond her incredible philanthropic work and her tireless efforts to uphold her father's legacy, let's turn our attention to Meadow's own personal journey and happiness. After many years of blossoming into a confident and successful woman in her own right as a model, a philanthropist, and a powerful advocate, Meadow Walker finally celebrated one of life's most beautiful and joyous milestones. It was in October of 2021 that she tied the knot with her devoted partner, Lewis Thornton Allen, in a truly magical ceremony. Their love story, which those closest to them have described as both a whirlwind romance and yet profoundly grounded in mutual respect, reached its beautiful pinnacle with an intimate and utterly unforgettable beachside wedding in the scenic Dominican Republic. The chosen venue perfectly captured Meadow's profound love for nature's untouched beauty and serene atmosphere, providing an idyllic and tranquil setting for a memorable day dedicated to love, joyous celebration, and cherished connections. Meadow, who has gracefully carved out a name for herself with an elegant presence on international runways and in the public sphere, was the epitome of bridal perfection in a bespoke Givenchy haute couture creation. The gown, which was painstakingly designed exclusively for her special day, masterfully blended timeless sophistication with a distinctly contemporary edge, perfectly accentuating Meadow's unique sense of style and her deep appreciation for the world of high fashion. Absolutely every element of her bridal look, from the ethereal, flowing material to the exquisitely delicate embellishments, was carefully selected to celebrate both her own identity and the immense importance of the occasion, beautifully highlighting the fusion of personal style and cherished tradition that became the defining theme of the entire ceremony. Unquestionably, one of the most deeply touching and unforgettable moments of the wedding arrived when Vin Diesel escorted Meadow down the aisle, stepping into the role for her late father, Paul Walker, who was his incredibly close friend and iconic co-star in the Fast and Furious film series. Diesel, who had cultivated a profoundly deep and brotherly bond with Paul that extended far beyond the movie set, stood as a powerful, living symbol of the unbreakable connection that Meadow continues to share with her father's spirit and memory. In that powerful instant, having someone so fundamentally linked to her father's life and legacy infused the ceremony with an extraordinary depth of emotional significance, serving as a poignant reminder to everyone present that the powerful forces of love, friendship, and family transcend time, generations, and even life's most challenging moments. The wedding ceremony itself was a masterpiece of understated elegance, yet it was profoundly resonant and meaningful. Instead of opting for an extravagant and over-the-top production, Meadow and Lewis prioritized the raw intimacy of the moment, choosing to be enveloped by their closest family and friends who had been part of their love story from the beginning. Every single detail of the wedding, from the sun-kissed sands of the beach to the thoughtfully curated elements of the reception, served as a mirror to their individual personalities and their unified values, striking a perfect balance between sophisticated elegance and genuine, heartfelt simplicity. Meadow's deliberate choice to weave in elements that paid tribute to her father's enduring legacy was a powerful testament to her unwavering commitment to ensuring his memory remains a vibrant and central part of her life's most joyful and personal celebrations. After exchanging their sacred vows, the newlyweds celebrated with a reception filled with infectious laughter, deeply moving speeches, and peaceful moments of quiet, shared reflection. While Meadow later shared a stunning photo on her Instagram account that beautifully captured her immense joy and gratitude, she consciously decided to keep the majority of the event intensely private, offering her followers only carefully selected glimpses into their magical celebration. In the end, the wedding was more than just the official union of Meadow and Lewis. It signified a beautiful continuation of life's intricate journey, where profound love, unwavering family, and cherished remembrance can and do harmoniously coexist. However, after a little less than 2 years of marriage, Meadow and Lewis came to the difficult conclusion that their individual life journeys would be better navigated on separate paths. In a unified statement that was shared publicly on Instagram, the pair made a point to underscore the entirely amicable and respectful nature of their separation. The announcement stated, "We have come to the agreement to amicably separate. This is truly a united decision. We maintain mutual love and respect for one another and will continue to support each other." The carefully chosen words clearly reflected a deliberate and thoughtful effort to preserve their dignity and maintain a sense of positivity, even as their marriage came to a close, emphasizing the persistent care and mutual admiration that still form the foundation of their evolving relationship. By presenting their separation with such grace, Meadow and Lewis conveyed a powerful message that the conclusion of a marriage doesn't have to negate the deep bond or affection that once flourished, and it certainly does not have the power to erase the beautiful and significant moments they once created together. This announcement also served as a window into Meadow's ever-evolving strategy for managing a life lived under the constant glare of the public spotlight. Having spent her formative years largely within the immense shadow of her father, Paul Walker's global fame, and having confronted immense personal adversity, including the heartbreaking loss of her father and the complex legal battles that followed, Meadow has consistently navigated the complexities of her life with incredible thoughtfulness and grace. The incredibly controlled and respectful tone of the separation announcement was a direct reflection of her profound maturity, further cementing her reputation for handling deeply personal affairs with poise and dignity, especially when faced with intense public scrutiny. While the dissolution of her marriage certainly represented a significant turning point in Meadow's personal narrative, it also highlighted her remarkable capacity to prioritize emotional honesty and self-awareness. Both she and Lewis openly affirmed the importance of their continued mutual support and respect for one another, proving that the end of a romantic chapter can coincide with kindness, deep understanding, and a shared appreciation for their collective history. This modern and mature approach is especially noteworthy considering the immense pressures that accompany a high-profile life in the public domain, a world where personal challenges and transitions are all too often twisted into tabloid fodder or sensationalized headlines. Meadow Walker's entire life has been profoundly influenced not just by her celebrated father, Paul Walker, but also by the powerful, lifelong bonds he forged with what became his Fast and Furious family. Throughout the years, Meadow has cultivated and maintained an exceptionally close connection with many of her dad's co-stars, nurturing relationships that transcend mere professional acquaintance to form a true chosen family. Her wedding in October of 2021 stood as the ultimate testament to the enduring strength of these cherished bonds. The unbreakable bonds forged on set were clearly visible, with both Jordana Brewster and the legendary Vin Diesel attending the incredibly personal and intimate beachside ceremony. Diesel's attendance was especially poignant, carrying immense emotional significance as he took on the profound responsibility of walking Meadow down the aisle, a deeply symbolic act that beautifully honored the powerful connection he maintains with both Paul and his beloved daughter. The celebration also served to cast a spotlight on just how deeply Diesel's own family has become woven into the fabric of Meadow's life. In a move that spoke volumes about their intertwined lives, Hannah Riley Sinclair, Diesel's own daughter, stood by Meadow's side as her maid of honor, a role that perfectly illustrated the profound friendship and unwavering trust that has blossomed between the two families. Diesel later took to social media, sharing a touching Instagram post that featured a beautiful photograph of the two women, and he penned a heartfelt message writing, "Look at this photo, Pablo. It will make you smile. The very same angel that you helped me get ready for, with your brotherly advice, is the exact same angel that Precious Meadow requested to be her maid of honor." This public message perfectly captured the genuine warmth and profound respect that flows between Diesel, his dearly departed friend, and Meadow. It offered a powerful glimpse into how these cherished bonds have been carefully nurtured and strengthened through the passing years. Diesel has never been shy about discussing his deeply protective feelings towards Meadow, frequently acknowledging the very special and unique position she occupies in his heart and his life. In a revealing June 2021 interview with Extra, he emotionally shared, "She's the first person on Father's Day to wish me Happy Father's Day. To witness her interacting with my own children is truly one of the most beautiful things I have ever seen. There are these moments when I catch a glimpse of her playing with my 6-year-old daughter, Pauline, and it just hits me so deep because I can only begin to imagine what my brother is seeing when he looks down and sees that incredible scene. His incredibly raw words reveal a profound and deeply felt emotional connection, one that poignantly mirrors the type of unconditional love and steady guidance that Paul Walker himself would have undoubtedly provided. For Meadow, these enduring and steadfast relationships offer a vital source of both immense comfort and a sense of crucial continuity in her life. They empower her to navigate the complexities of her journey with an incredible support network that has always understood the weight and importance of her family's enduring legacy. The powerful presence of these dedicated Fast and Furious family members at Meadow's wedding demonstrates with absolute clarity how her father's incredible influence continues to profoundly shape the most important moments of her personal life. Through these unwavering and lasting friendships, Meadow has been gifted with mentorship, unconditional care, and a powerful sense of camaraderie. These are bonds that transcend the superficial glamour of Hollywood, evolving into something far more real, deeply human, and authentic connections. From the emotional journey down the aisle with Diesel by her side to celebrating life's major milestones alongside Hannah, Meadow's every interaction with her father's former co-stars is a testament to the powerful relationships formed through shared history and genuine mutual respect. These cherished relationships function as both a steadying emotional anchor for her and as a living bridge that connects her directly to her father's precious memory. This unique dynamic allows her the space to respectfully honor his incredible life while simultaneously forging her own independent path forward. Moreover, Meadow Walker has made it her mission to consistently honor her late father, the beloved Paul Walker, through a series of incredibly moving tributes that she shares publicly on her Instagram. Through these posts, she not only keeps his spirit vibrantly alive, but also offers her followers intimate glimpses into the incredibly special and loving bond they shared. Every single year, on both his birthday and the somber anniversary of his untimely death, Meadow thoughtfully commemorates the celebrated actor with personal stories, treasured photographs, and touching home videos. These heartfelt tributes reveal both the unending love she holds for him and the truly profound and lasting impact he made on every aspect of her life. Her social media tributes have transformed into a public diary of sorts, a window into her continuous journey through grief, remembrance, and the joyful celebration of the unique father-daughter connection they were so lucky to have. Back in 2021, Meadow posted a particularly heart-wrenching throwback photograph from her earliest years of childhood. The picture depicted her as a tiny baby, wrapped in an embrace with her father as he leaned in to gently kiss her on the cheek. This incredibly sweet image was accompanied by a caption that radiated pure emotion. "I love and miss you endlessly. Today and every single day, I celebrate your life, your love, and you, my very best friend." The post struck a chord with fans across the globe, giving them a rare and intimate look into the incredible warmth and undeniable closeness that defined their relationship. It beautifully reflected not only Meadow's deep-seated affection, but also the profound sense of companionship and security she consistently found in her father's presence. Theirs was a relationship that went far beyond typical parental guidance, blossoming into a deep, loyal, and truly enduring friendship that shaped her world. Then in 2023, Meadow poignantly marked the 10th anniversary of Paul's passing with yet another deeply personal and moving tribute. This time, she shared a previously unseen home video of her father, capturing a spontaneous and joy-filled moment when she surprised him on one of his birthdays. The caption that accompanied the video was simple yet overwhelmingly powerful. 10 years without you, I love you forever. The clip, so intimate and wonderfully candid, gave fans a chance to witness a genuinely happy moment between a loving father and his adoring daughter. It served to powerfully emphasize the incredible emotional depth of their unique bond and highlighted Meadow's unwavering commitment to preserving his memory in a manner that is consistently personal, deeply authentic, and profoundly moving. Carrying on this beautiful practice the following year, in 2024, Meadow continued her heartfelt tradition of celebrating her father's life on the day that would have marked his 51st birthday. She posted another cherished photograph showing the two of them together from her childhood, and she paired the image with a loving and heartfelt caption that read, "Happy birthday to my best friend. I love and miss you so much every single day. Thank you for absolutely everything, my forever guardian angel." These words, so incredibly tender and obviously sincere, perfectly highlight the everlasting influence Paul Walker continues to have on her life's journey. The specific phrase, "forever guardian angel," powerfully underscores how Meadow continues to feel his protective presence, his gentle guidance, and his unwavering love, long after he has physically passed on. Have you ever wondered about the path Meadow Walker's career would take? In a move that felt like destiny, Meadow Rain Walker's deep-rooted connection to the Fast and Furious saga culminated in a powerful, full-circle moment in 2023 when she graced the screen in the highly anticipated final installment, Fast X. The film's global premiere on May 19th was far more than a typical Hollywood event. It represented a landmark moment for the franchise and an intensely personal one for Meadow, providing a poignant opportunity to celebrate her late father, Paul Walker. In doing so, she was also formally embracing the cinematic universe that had been a foundational element of her entire life. Building anticipation just a few days before the premiere, Meadow took to her Instagram account to offer a sneak peek of her cameo and to reflect on the monumental impact the film series had on her personal development and identity. In a deeply moving post, Meadow intimately shared her story with the world. "The first Fast film hit theaters when I was only 1 year old." She recalled, "I literally grew up on those sets, watching my father, alongside Vin, Jordana, Michelle, Chris, and so many others on the production monitors." Her words were saturated with a profound nostalgia, vividly illustrating how her formative memories are inextricably woven into the incredible energy, the tight-knit camaraderie, and the creative pulse of the Fast and Furious family. With immense gratitude, Meadow added, "It's because of my dad that I was essentially born into the Fast family. It feels surreal that I now get to be up there on screen as well, alongside the very people who have been there to watch me grow from a child into who I am today." The post beautifully captured not just her sheer excitement at officially joining the on-screen cast, but also her profound gratitude for the people who had supported her journey from a young girl on the sidelines to an adult actively shaping her father's lasting legacy. Meadow also took a moment to express her appreciation for the support system she had throughout the filming process. She extended heartfelt thanks to director Louis Leterrier for his exceptional kindness, patience, and unwavering support, and to film producer Brandon Bertel, whom she affectionately described as her dad's very best friend. "I feel so incredibly blessed to have this chance to honor my father's legacy and to share this moment with him forever." She concluded her message with a simple X, a final touch that powerfully emphasized the deep personal and emotional significance her part in the movie held. Her participation was, without a doubt, much more than a simple cameo. It was a symbolic continuation of her father's narrative and a touching tribute to a man whose life and career left an indelible mark on both the franchise and millions of fans around the world. Following the movie's premiere, the publication People managed to speak with several key Fast and Furious stars about the experience of having Meadow on the set. Vin Diesel opened up about the experience, reflecting, "It genuinely did something to my soul to see her want to honor her father and to contribute in her own unique way to his life's work. That moment meant absolutely everything." Michelle Rodriguez passionately echoed that sentiment, emphasizing, "It means everything to us because Paul's memory is never going to die within this franchise. So for as long as we're making these films, we have to maintain that, keeping his powerful energy alive." Jordana Brewster, another longtime cast member, also showered praise on Meadow's unwavering dedication. She described it as being truly, deeply inspiring to witness her work with such intensity and focus during her time with the cast. Meadow's cameo in Fast X, therefore, was something far greater than a brief on-screen appearance. It was a symbolic and profoundly heartfelt extension of her father's enduring legacy. By courageously stepping into the action-packed world that he was so instrumental in building, she not only paid homage to Paul's memory, but she also powerfully strengthened the familial bonds between herself, his closest colleagues, and the entire cinematic institution that was such an integral part of his life and identity. For Meadow, being a part of the film signified a beautiful merging of her past and her present, giving her a chance to publicly celebrate her father in a meaningful way. She was able to contribute directly to his ongoing story, and at the same time, leave her own distinct mark on the cinematic family that had profoundly shaped so much of her childhood. Her performance, her powerful dedication, and her candid reflections on the experience all served to highlight her deep-seated commitment. This commitment was twofold: to meticulously preserve the incredible spirit of her father, while simultaneously forging her own unique path within the world that he loves so dearly. What are your own thoughts on Meadow Walker's touching tribute? Please share your opinions with us in the comments section down below. We sincerely hope you found this deep dive to be a helpful video. If you enjoyed this story, please don't forget to leave a like, share it with your friends, and subscribe to the channel for more content like this. Thank you so much for watching, and we will see you in the next video. Goodbye for now.